First, let me just say that
Sure.
the water use at the plant is going to be 85% lower than a typical coal-fired power plant. So that's one of the things that we learned through the original scoping process that's completing here with this EIS meeting. You know, we heard that the water resources in the region are so valuable that we really had to try a way that would use less water, and we were able to do that by developing this process. Now, that being said, we will use some water, and most of that will go for the massive array of pollution controls that also come through as necessary as part of this process. And that water will be used from a very deep aquifer that is not usable water for humans and for irrigation anyway. And that's what some of the drilling has been going on through this year. So we're confident that the water issues are issues that are well in hand in terms of conservation and in terms of a supply of water that is only going to be beneficial to the community.
Is that well, or the wells drilled, will that be Navajo water? Who owns the water?
Well, we've got an agreement with the Navajo Nation. It is Navajo water. We will make water payments to the nation, and that's all part of the $52 million package in terms of tax revenues, lease payments, water payments, and other things that will be beneficial to the Navajo Nation for them to put directly into their budget.
Okay.
And Ben Hoisington is my #1 man. Was I right?
That's right.
Was I right?
#1 computer guy.
Was I right on that water issue? Ben is with DPA.
Oh,
so
Would you be able to make some comments on? Sure.
Absolutely,
okay.
You can make some comments.
Okay.
I'm in charge of the PR.
All right.
Okay. We were wondering about like the involvement, and someone said there was concern over the water and where it was coming from, and what what it would do to the aquifer and everything, and that wouldn't be adequate to really provide enough water for this power plant. Have you seen any studies that show that all of this will work out? I mean, the water supply will be adequate and everything will kind of work out?
Well, there's some preliminary studies that's been out. The Navajo Nation Water Department also has a lot of information on the aquifers and the formations out there. We are drilling a monitoring well and now another test well. We'll go down there and start measuring the water quality, the quantity, the flow rate, and the different aspects of that. So somewhere down the line we'll have a lot more information on how much this aquifer can sustain. It is a deep aquifer. It's 5,000 feet deep. From what we're understanding, it's a lot of minerals are in it, so it's not a potable water. So these are wells that are at 5,000 feet deep are costing over $1 million each to drill. So they're not really going to be used for anything else. There's some shallower aquifers, but that might impact a lot of the wells in the area. So we decided to go as deep as we could to get to the water.
Okay.
So there's another gentleman here called Jason John. If you want to talk to him. And he would have a lot of that information.
Sure. And to your knowledge, the resource or the source down there is enough to run this power plant, or will he have to look for other?
From the preliminary studies right now, there'll be enough water with very little impact.
Okay. Thank you very much.